person and those of you who are at home still staying safe. And we're very happy to see some returning familiar faces. So welcome and join me in singing. Our first song is "The Lord is Good to Me," and there are the words. The Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, the sun, the rain, and the apple seed. The Lord is good to me. The Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, the sun, the rain, and the apple seed. The Lord is good to me. And the next one is the healing song. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Peace fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Health fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. Love fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow Spirit to do what it does. And then we are together in unity. And when we walk together in unity, when we walk together in unity, when we walk together in unity, heaven is ours today. And when we sing together in unity, when we sing together in unity, when we sing together in unity, heaven is ours today. And when we rise together in unity, when we rise together in unity, when we rise together in unity, heaven is ours today. Heaven is ours today. Hi.
You can't hear me very well? Oh, I have to hover right next to it then. Yeah. My name is Reverend Sharon. Actually, my name is Sharon Cayce, and I'm an ordained minister of A Course in Miracles. But like I say, they let me talk here anyway. I spent 3 years in study, and I've I started studying the course. It was either late 93 or early 94. That being said, I found Unity of Modesto, and it was either 98 or 99, and I have been coming here ever since. This is my home. This is where I belong, and I love it here. I love our church. Thank you. Would you like to do the statement of being with me? God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Our Father. Because you guys do. And now we're going to sing the Lord's Prayer. I call it the Our Father, but it's the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Thank you very much. That was beautiful. For announcements, next Saturday we are going to haul the oleanders out to the front. I have a pickup truck that we've reserved, and I'm going to bring it here. And what time do we start? At 9, right? 9 o'clock, and we're just going to haul them out to the street, and when we're done, then we'll... Do we have any that still need to be cut? No. Out the desk, pick up to the live-in. So I have to call the city or put it in the AC. And what maybe a change. Okay, well, please let us know. Okay, well, we don't want to fine. Okay, thank you very much. We'll talk about that. Yes, we have prayer pilgrims here. In case you are in need of prayer after service, you have something. Jill, did you raise your hand? She's a prayer pilgrim. Yeah, among other things. And then we have Margaret, and we have Reverend Nancy. Oh, Reverend Irene. Okay. Our prayer pilgrim group is growing. Yay. We're really excited. November 21st, we're having our Thanksgiving meal, and we're having a silent auction. The silent auction is back, and it's so much fun. I think it's fun. We get to bid, we try to outbid each other, and then we eat and enjoy one another's company, and it's just a great time. So come and bring your checkbook or whatever and load up. There's a lot of really good stuff. We're going to be taking some pictures today and sending it out in a newsletter. So you can shop online in a way, kind of, sort of. And then, of course, we have Fellowship Hall, and we have coffee after service. Is there anything else, Reverend Nancy, that you could think of that I just haven't said yet? Okay, well, let's just hope that doesn't happen. Or if anything, maybe we can all gather and at least pile all the oleanders up in the corner. Thank you very much. Okay, and for the daily word, for Sunday, October 17th, world peace. I am a peaceful presence to all. Peace in the world begins with me. I consider it a sacred responsibility to respond to all people and circumstances peacefully. I forgive myself for those moments I am less than peaceful and quickly return to the peace of God in my heart. I am a living expression of God, just as all people are. My tranquil being inspires peacefulness wherever I go and with everyone I meet. Each day, I join like-minded people everywhere in a renewed commitment to be a presence of peace. I give thanks that each of us communicates God's love in a unique way. Peace and harmony are established in individuals, in families, in communities, and among nations throughout the world. And from 2 Corinthians, put things in order, listen to my appeal, agree with one another, live in peace, and the God of love and peace will be with you. And so it is. And our affirmation. Our affirmation is, I am spirit. I encounter life with spirit. I am spirit. And I guess we're going to be saying that for the rest of the month. I am spirit. And now we have meditation. Oh, I did not see that. Okay.
I am spirit, I am holy, I am sacred, I am love. You are spirit, you are holy, you are sacred, you are love. All is spirit, all is holy. I am spirit. I am holy. I am sacred. I am love. You are spirit. You are holy. You are sacred. You are love. All is spirit. All is holy. All is sacred. All is love.
Let us bring our attention and our awareness within and take a deep breath. And release. Again. We relax into this moment of peace. We let all thoughts and cares go. We set them aside. My heart is beating in the peace of God. Surrounding me is all life God created in His love. It calls to me in every heartbeat and in every breath, in every action and every thought. My heart is beating in the peace of God. Peace fills my heart and floods my body with the purpose of forgiveness. Now my mind is healed, and all I need is given me. Each heartbeat brings me peace. Each breath infuses me with strength. Each heartbeat calls the name of God and is answered. Everyone is answered by His voice, assuring me that I am home. My heart is beating in the peace of God. It is there and only there that I can be at home. Creation's gentleness is all I see. You're welcome to return whenever you feel comfortable. As most of you already know, our theme this month is Healing the Spirit. And today my talk is I Am Spirit. From my thoughts and what I can say is that spirit is not in need of healing. Our minds are, and they are because we think we need healing. There is no limits on spirit because there are no limits on God. One of my first questions I asked when coming to my spiritual awareness was, what am I? It was a good question. And what I heard was, I am the child of God. No body can contain my spirit, nor impose on me a limitation God did not create. We often, at least I do, I see myself as sometimes limited, not capable, not quite good enough. But that's not true, because that's not who I am. I'm a child of God, and I am spirit. From Ephesians 4, Paul said, as a prisoner for the Lord, and he truly was. He was in prison. I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit. Just as you were called to one hope when you were called. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God, and one Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. He's jumping ahead. Charles Fillmore said, let the God within you express itself through you throughout the world, or in the world without. I was asked, quoting. Some people don't want to hear this quote or that quote. I just wanted to say that the Spirit, this is a perfect time to bring it up. The Spirit that we all are is the same Spirit that speaks through Charles Fillmore and Mother Teresa. It's the exact same Spirit that speaks through Reverend Nancy and Jill and speaks through each one of you whenever you are open and willing to allow Spirit to express through us. And I recognize the truth, and it doesn't matter who it is that's saying it. It could be the homeless guy down on the corner. You know, when he looks at me after I've handed him a couple bucks, knowing he doesn't really need anything at all, because everything that he has ever needed has already been given him. He looks at me and he says, God bless you. Indeed, God bless you. And that is the Spirit. That's the Spirit that we all share. And it's in my brother standing on the corner, blessing me. That is my opportunity. And you would think, when you give someone something, we don't expect anything in return. But that is the greatest gift, to be blessed by a brother. I am not what I appear to be, and neither are you. I am from the beginning, the same as God is from the beginning and from the end. I am outside of time. That's what spirit is. Spirit does not dwell in time, even though we appear to be in time. I'm not going to go into that because it's quite complex. But I am spirit, and you are spirit. Remember that. Remember that. Remind yourself of that often. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am spirit. I am a spirit. I am the spirit. I am one with all things. Not only are we one with one another, but we are one with all things that are within us and without of us. I have a reading from Edgar Cayce, and I noticed, Charles Fillmore mentions Edgar Cayce. Several students of Edgar Cayce that study his readings, they're not necessarily teachings, but they're readings, they have found a home in unity all throughout the world. Much like A Course in Miracles students have found a home in unity, because that's what unity is. It's unity. We all come together because we all have a very similar, quite similar, almost exact, different words, teaching, and because it's the truth. It's the truth of us. Anyway, I would like to read what Edgar Cayce says on spirit. It has been called, who is Edgar Cayce? He's been called the sleeping prophet, the father of holistic medicine, and the most documented psychic of the 20th century. When asked how to become a psychic, Cayce's advice was, become more spiritual. I got a kick out of that. According to Edgar Cayce's readings, we are all spiritual beings having a physical experience on earth. Cayce said that all of us were created in the beginning. All souls were created in the beginning, all spirit of one spirit. Note the similarity from the reading from Ephesians. Spirit of one spirit. The Spirit of God. That spirit manifests in flesh. That spirit manifests in creation, whether of earthly forces or universal forces. All spirit being one spirit. We often hear that we are one. It's not a metaphor or some just cliche or some nice saying. It's the truth. It's the truth of us. Since our natural state is spirit, that's our natural state. Our natural state of being is spirit. Reawakening to full spiritual awareness is one of the purposes we all have in common. In fact, Cayce states, soul development should take precedence over all things. He also stated that the soul development is not achieved through some great deed or act. It is a gradual accomplishment that is attained line by line, precept upon precept. What appears to be most important in our application of the fruits of the Spirit in our interactions with others, in other words, acting with love, kindness, gentleness, and patience. Just read that in Ephesians. According to Cayce, it seems like there's a lot of that in here. According to Cayce, he calls it attunement, where A Course in Miracles calls it atonement, and Unity calls it at-one-ment. It's all the same thing. It's the same thing. So, attunement and application are the heart of spiritual growth. Attunement is the process of awakening to our spiritual nature and our true relationship with God. The most frequently recommended tools for achieving this attunement are the regular practice of prayer and meditation. We're not surprised to find that out. Cayce believed that prayer was talking to God, while meditation was listening to God. Both prayer and meditation are invaluable at reestablishing a conscious awareness of our spiritual source while inviting God's will to work through us so that we may be a channel of blessings to others. That is our purpose here. Cayce mentioned, we were with God in the beginning, and through choice and experience, we found ourselves cut off from a complete awareness of spirit. In one respect, the fall of mankind was really our descent in consciousness from the realms of infinity to those of time and space. How about that? We think we're cut off. We've talked about that before. Just as a child learns through experience by making choices, even by making mistakes along the way, our own experiences will help our souls to mature. And that process will enable us to come into our full heritage and an awareness of our true spiritual nature. The soul is in a state of grace forever. Man's reality is only his soul. Therefore, man is in a state of grace forever. I always try to consider that when I think that I've done something wrong. I am in a state of grace forever. And so should you. Eventually, all truth will be allowed into our awareness, and it's up to us to allow that. Bit by bit, little by little, it's like weeding the garden. As we go through and heal all these little places, all these little hidden places within ourselves. When judgment becomes something that, we only choose to do to not, step out into traffic, but not necessarily judge our brothers, sisters, and others of their lives and what they're doing. Whether we approve or not, we can bless them. And that's what's important for our spiritual growth, is to love. And truly, love is the answer to every question. I probably say that every time I come up here. None of this will matter at some point in our process. All the process of that which is and that which isn't. Who is this and who is that? It fades away like a dream with no significance. Only the love that we extend in the dream, or within the world, if you would have it be that, is what stays with us. Love born of love can only be love. Our creations of light that are as God, our source, is ever extending and joined as one. Creation hasn't stopped with you. It continues on. And every time we extend love, we are creating and extending God. Because we can only make as God has created us. As surely as we are joined with one another and our creations are joined in God. Some years ago, many of you, I don't know if you know or not, I had a near-death experience. I wrote a book, and it was important that I did that. It was kind of like my contract. You don't have an experience of being in the light with everybody and being told we're all here now in complete light and love and peace. And the communication is beyond being able to express it. It's not words or like English, but there's a communication that is amazing. And the light is brighter than the sun, but it doesn't hurt your eyes because you don't really have physical eyes, but you can still see. But anyway, when I realized that it, wasn't a dream, or actually I asked God, God, that seems so real. Was it a dream, or was it real? And I think I've shared this at least once or twice. And I asked, and I left it up to Source, and I trusted that I would get an answer. And the answer came through the radio. And the man said, "Hey, you remember that dream you had the other night?" I had a near-death experience, so I had something physically happen to me that kind of thrust this, I think. I'm not sure. And he goes, "Well, and you wondered if it was real or not? Well, I'm here to tell you it was real. You were there." And he like had this music playing in the background, and he had these like soulful angels choir. And I was like, wow, I was hovering off my seat. I was driving, down. I used to commute to Bay Area for my job, and he goes, "Oh, and God wants you to know you never left." Because I was concerned that although long story, but I thought I got tossed out. Anyway, I had a lot of questions. After something like that. Dream, real, whatever. It doesn't matter. It was quite vivid. It was a revelation if anything. And I asked, and I ended up probably maybe 6 to 8 months later that the Course in Miracles book was just given to me by a friend, a good Catholic friend. We were, Catholic people, and I was a happy Catholic. I always tell people that. I used to be a happy Catholic. I was very happy. Everybody else was like, "Oh, yeah, I had to get out of there." I was like, "Oh, no, I love this place." And, through the experience and studying A Course in Miracles, which I studied it for probably about 5 or 6 years before I ended up taking a sabbatical from the church, and just so happens discovered there was a Unity Church here. And, the stories, as the story goes, I've been here pretty much ever since. I have been known to once in a great, like, every 5 or 6 years, swing by the church just to, enjoy it's nice to go there. If you've ever, whatever church any of you have ever belonged to, it's nice to swing by and enjoy a service once in a while if you feel guided to do so. It's lovely because there's no hard feelings, it's a healing process. Anyway, and so through my asking and getting A Course in Miracles, I come to the conclusion that I needed to understand who it was I truly was, because I didn't understand how it was I could never have left the place of light and still be hanging out here in this world. That was kind of like, I felt I had conflicting thoughts there. In this world, we perceive ourselves. We have allowed deception for whatever reason, we can't be sure. Believing that we have no control over the circumstances in which we find ourselves. We often allow ourselves to believe that we have faults, that we are unworthy, unlucky, unforgiving. We think us smart, we think us dumb. At least I do. Sometimes I think I'm stupid. Unworthy. We think that we're a body, especially, when you start getting older or something. Oh, I have to remind myself, I'm not a body. Not just a body, but an imperfected body. That body needs changing. We're never happy with it, are we? Of course not. We hide from ourselves the truth of what we are. For what we are lives within the body that we think we have. I put on this body. I can say that. I can say I put it on. I didn't really. It is a mere shadow of that which is the grand illusion. It is an illusion of a sense that is beyond our capability of quite understanding it, but it has to be because we've never left God. This brings us to believe that we are separate from one another and from our Creator. This brings us to believe that we can be hurt, deceived, make wrong or right decisions. I am not a name. I am not a body. I am not my relationships. I am not my job or my chosen profession. I am not the car I drive or the clothes I wear. Think of all the things that you think you are. I think I'm standing up here being Reverend Sharon. Hey. And sometimes I'm called Mom and Grandma. And a few other things I get called sometimes, at least in this life. You know, I've been called a few things. How about you? What do you think you are? There's nothing wrong with thinking that we're something that we're not. It's okay. It is. It's perfectly fine. I need not food nor money. I need no possessions at all. I am not the thoughts I think. I am but an observer of thoughts. I was never born, nor did I come to be, and I will not die. I know not past nor future. I have never felt any kind of pain whatsoever. So who am I? What am I? What am I? I am spirit, whole and holy. I am a part of you, and you are a part of me. I am of the only place that truly exists. In this place, love is so pure and true that it has form, and that form is who we are, which is light. It is not a hard substance. It is everywhere. And we are not the fallen, as some would perceive. I am growing by experiencing. What I will be has yet to be seen. We only know that it will be wonderful. What we are, no eyes have been, no words can describe, and no thought can imagine. I am one spirit, whole and holy. One are we. Truly nothing is as it seems, and all is as it should be. I wrote that October 19th, 1999, right about the time I found unity. I am not what I appear. I am from the beginning and the end. I am outside of time. I am spirit. I am one with all things. Would you like to say this with me? I'm going to wake you up. Everybody wake up for a minute. I am not what I appear. I am from the beginning and the end. I am outside of time. I am spirit. I am one with all things. Yes, indeed, we are. We are one with one another. Whoops, let me get closer here. We are truly one with one another. And Jesus says, I am in you, and you are in me, and I am in the Father. This is the truth of ourselves. The truth of who we are is spirit. Spirit is eternal. It is outside of time. And that's who you are. And it's beautiful. It is so beautiful to accept that about yourself, and to know that you're here for a short time, and who knows, maybe you'll come back, or maybe you'll stay on the other side and help the rest of us folks that are still here, We need all the help we can get. I'm quite sure of that. We need assistance. We need to feel the love of God, and the more that feel and express that love, the more we will be healed and be able to discover who we truly are. My true identity abides in you. I've made an image of myself, yet creation is as it always was, for your creation is unchangeable. Is not what is beloved of God secure? We are secure. Is not God's child my true identity? Now we are one in shared identity with God, who is our source, and everything created a part of us. And as we offer blessings to all, uniting lovingly with all the world, which our forgiveness has made one with us. I'm going to sing something. I hope you guys don't mind. My true identity abides in you. 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 Sing it with me now. My true identity abides in you. My true identity abides in you. And so it is. Amen. Thank you very much.
We have a participation song. When we get to the chorus, there's an echo, so I sing One Great Power and you sing it back to me.
All right.
There is just one presence, there is just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There's just one power everywhere. There is just one purpose, there is just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the dark. There is just one chorus we all can sing, with one great power let it ring. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. One great power, one great power, one great power, one great power. Together, one great power, one great power everywhere. There is just one presence, there is just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere, one great power everywhere. And it's in you too.
And now we have our offering prayer. Let's take our offering and say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
And we have the song, The Circle of Giving. There's a circle of giving, a circle of life. It's the story we're weaving as our light shines bright. May we not take for granted any person's precious part. Every action, every kindness, which comes from the heart. There's a circle of giving, a circle of life. It's the story we're weaving as our light shines bright. May we not take for granted any person's precious part. Every action, every kindness, which comes from the heart.
Each intention given is accepted by this community and extended through the community, the surrounding community, and all of the world. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And now we're going to close our service with the peace song, followed by the prayer for protection. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And we go out knowing
The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.